Heather Ramsey here, founder, head trainer, ReWired Worldwide, and faculty member with Wevo Global. Thrilled to be with you as always, and as always focused on bringing you my A game, the next piece, I believe, in your path to higher happiness, higher success, higher peace in your life, higher clarity, less suffering, more satisfaction, not missing your life, actually being here for it. Just to highlight from a street language perspective some of the benefits in you engaging in a practice of mindfulness. If you've, and I hope you have, listened to some of the Mindfulness 101 initial trainings in advance of this, you'll get highlights on the simplicity and the power of adding just a few moments, minutes of stillness and silence into your day. The why meditate in the first place, which is a brief recap of what I just gave you. The what is mindfulness or meditation or a mindfulness practice anyways. And the whole I can't meditate, I can't blank my mind, but lucky to say it's not the goal. So any of the earlier trainings or the mindfulness myth busting, feel free to watch those first, engage in that. And there's one other or another key myth that I want to bust in the mindfulness conversation or community. So you may be very fresh to this and probably better off for it, a blank slate of possibility of the benefits that you can reap in your life. And for those of you who may have ever thought or overheard a conversation or even been part of a conversation that sounds something like this. Well, I think focusing on a candle is the best object of meditation. Well, in fact, I believe that a mantra, transcendental meditators, I believe a mantra is the best object of meditation. No, definitely the breath is the best object of meditation. Now, what do you mean exactly by that? Well, is it the breath, focusing on the breath at the tip of the nose? Is it the breath coming in and out of your lungs? Is it the breath coming in and out of your abdomen and expanding your diaphragm? All of these and many more great debates in the mindfulness community for decades, centuries of what are the optimal objects of meditation. And yes, if it interests you, and mark my words, that conversation can be interesting. For one, it can be a valuable conversation. And yes, subjectively, at different times of the day, or depending on who you are, or depending on your practice and your evolution, there may be some objects of meditation that give you more MMM, maximum meditation mileage, to quote one of my great teachers, Shinzen Young. But objectively, there is no difference between, or shall I say, it's not important, as the emphasis has been put on it, as to which object of meditation you choose. It's almost like people have distracted themselves from the core muscle building that's actually going on in a mindfulness practice, and you'll see that in earlier recordings and delving into it in future recordings in this program. But those core muscles that we're actually building are the muscle of mindfulness or awareness and equanimity or allowingness. Kind of like going out to the gym, you're building strength and flexibility. Likewise, equanimity and mindfulness, allowingness and awareness. We'll delve into that more at another time, but those are the core, and they hold up the roof of your practice or the ceiling of your cathedral or your synagogue or your mosque or the great outdoors and nature, whatever you want to call it. And the object of meditation, yes, you need to choose one per meditation practice. But you don't have to choose the same one every time, nor necessarily will one objectively get you further or faster or quicker to enlightenment than any other one. And that's really the message I want to bring to you, the debate I want to end, or the distraction. It's not that you can't discuss them and explore your benefits of focusing on the breath or a mantra or a candle. And I'm actually going to go in future trainings into a set of options for objects of meditation that in fact will cover, surprisingly enough, 100% of your entire human experience, not just your breath or a candle or a mantra, though they have merit. So really, which to say is, it's secondary which one you pick, not completely irrelevant, but secondary. You can change it, and you need not debate or, worse yet, stress or fret over what object of meditation should I use, or should I follow this guided meditation or that guided meditation. I remember, in fact, it was just last night I was out dancing and blues dancing. I don't know if you knew you can dance to blues dancing. And I happened to strike up a conversation with a chap beside me who we'd known each other before. And he teaches yoga. And he said, I really need to jumpstart my meditation practice again. And he was self-confessed, God bless him, quite analytical about it, and was having quite a lot of angst about a particular focus. And do you think I should focus on the breath or body sweeping? And he was sort of wrestling, debating, frustrating, and expending, mark my words, a lot of unnecessary energy and emotional energy, frustrated, or basically the underlying is, I wonder if I'm doing it wrong, the doubt energy, which in fact is a distraction to, or reduces the actual impacts in the first place. And so I rest assured him of this principle that my object of meditation is not better than your object of meditation. We can end those debates because they expend a lot of energy and a lot of distraction from the primary focus of building awareness and allowingness, or mindfulness and equanimity. And as I shared that with him, and he in fact said, well, that's one, very helpful at the theoretical level, which is important. And then he shared with me that he was actually, had just had a comeuppance, or whatever you want to call it, a bit of a head-on with the bartender at the bar there, a gal at the bar, and this particularly dancing establishment. And so I literally walked him through the application of the objects of meditation I'm going to teach you in terms of see, hear, and feel. And I actually had him experience a breakthrough in that moment, because the breath isn't necessarily in that spat with the bartender. The candle isn't in that spat with the bartender. The, what's that other one? The mantra isn't in that spat with the bartender. What's there is he's got inner dialogue in his head about somebody's attacked me, my ego is being attacked, and physical sensations in his gut of being on guard or on defensive or at war with somebody. Those were the objects of meditation we chose very skillfully, and he had a breakthrough on the spot. So more to come on that, but just to share with you, it matters not, or shall I say, any object of meditation can get you great meditation mileage. And we're going to explore more in the next upcoming trainings which objects of meditation would get you some of the best maximum meditation mileage. So hopefully that clears the decks for you if you've ever had these angst or concern or debate internally, or whether you've ever been part of those conversations, and or whether they're in your future. You can just rest assured, if somebody's ever distressed over that the key is build your awareness and your allowing of any selected object of meditation, and you will have gained meditation mileage. So I'm excited for you. Wanted to focus this training specifically on this myth busting of, is my object of meditation better than your object of meditation? And in fact, no, they all have value. Focus on what you need to, the allowing and the awareness building, and you will be a much happier, more livable human being, and you will have discovered some of the secrets of our human nature. I'm excited to share them with you, and excited to be with you as always. Heather Ramsey, ReWired Worldwide and WeVo Global. Cheers, and over and out.